Hi, and welcome to Lunchbreak with the Librarian. I am Amy Moskowitz. I'm the reference manager at Haverford Township Free Library, and I'm here today with Julie Schultz. Hi, everyone. Julie is the assistant to the director. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Julie.
Thanks for having me.
And we have some questions for Julie. Every week on Friday at 12:30, we ask different people in the library community some questions about themselves to learn a little bit more about the people in our community. And so we're going to start with Julie. Julie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, some big news for me, not for anyone else. I'm turning 50 next month, so that is something crazy about me. Yeah. I have a daughter who just got engaged and is getting married next year, hopefully.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, if everything with coronavirus goes better. I have another one that goes to NYU in engineering. My husband works for Vanguard, and I used to, before coming to the library, I used to work at Temple University as an education researcher because I got my degree from Penn State in education and public policy.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
What do you love most about being the assistant to the director at Haverford Township Free Library?
Oh, well, there's so much to love. So I like being organized, and so that's why I am really called to administration work, and I love helping the library in lots of different ways, all facets from behind the scenes with programs to working directly with the director to set up different events and programs that the staff here provide for the community.
All right. Excellent. What did you do before you were a library assistant?
Oh, well, I did work at Temple University, and I was a temp employee for a while between moves from school to this area. I lived in Harrisburg for a while, and I had been in so many different careers from sometimes for just a week at a time, from working in mailrooms to working in public relations firms to working for the Realtors Association, PAR in Harrisburg. Yeah, so I was able to, as a temp employee, really find out exactly what niche I really loved. And after that, that's when I went back and got my teaching degree and in social studies, and stuck with education for quite a while before deciding to stay at home and raise my children.
Oh, sounds great. What drew you to the library world?
Well, actually, I was just getting back into the workforce when my kids started high school and were getting very much more busy with their own activities. And I had two friends here at the library that had told me I should come and interview, and I did that. And the director at the time, Rochelle, had a lot of choices, but I was so happy that she chose me as the assistant to the director.
Oh, we're happy too.
I'm happy to be here.
What are your favorite books?
Oh, goodness. I have so many. So I loved The Book Thief. I also listened to The Book Thief on CD, and I loved the reader for The Book Thief. It made it just as fantastic as reading it on my own, like watching a movie, listening to that reader. He was fantastic. And then I love a lot of sci-fi, so I love The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I love Aragorn. I love some nonfiction as well, from history books and biographies. So a little bit of a range. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite genres? I know you mentioned history, biography, sci-fi. It kind of runs the gamut, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess mostly it's sci-fi fantasy.
Okay.
A lot of young adult, kind of like how Lord of the Rings is categorized as young adult, and a lot of mystery falls in there too. I like mysteries.
Cool. What were some of your favorite books growing up?
Well, I fell in love with reading. I remember two books standing out so well in my childhood that as soon as my kids got into reading as well, I pushed them toward those books. Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. Loved, and I thought that little girl, I wanted to be her. And then also, I don't know if it was just the writing or the boys' experiences, but a little known book called The Prince of the City by Rhodes. I thought that was very interesting read, and I just never could stop reading after that.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, we all have that favorite book from childhood that stays with us.
Yeah. And some of them become famous and some don't. Like Madeleine L'Engle became a movie as well, which never lived up to the book, but was fun nonetheless to watch. And then The Prince of the City, not as popular a book and a movie.
But you love it nonetheless.
I do. I go to Central Park and I always think about him, how he lived up in the trees.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aside from reading, what are some of your favorite hobbies?
I love going skiing in the winter with my one daughter, Cecily, who loves the cold weather and loves to ski. And I love going to the beach in the summer with my other daughter, who hates the cold and loves the sun. So yeah, my two favorite activities per season. I also enjoy scrapbooking a lot. And of course, binging programs on Netflix. And
especially right now, right?
And hiking. Yes, right now, especially, right? And hiking on non-crowded paths are always great fun too.
Sounds good. So Julie, where do you like to travel or visit?
Wow, I love traveling anywhere. Wherever I can get away, I'm happy to go. You don't have to ask me twice. But if I could, always pick where I'm going. One of the places, of course, would be California, like my background here shows the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Another area would be anywhere in Europe. Like I've never been to Greece, but I'd love to go. I've been to Italy, all over, from Rome and Florence and Venice to France, all over the UK, in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. Wow. I just love seeing different cultures and different places and experiencing all they have to offer. I'd love to visit Germany someday, Austria, New Zealand. You just had unlimited amount of time. You'd never, and money. You'd never go bored. You'll always have a trillion places to check out and find very interesting. Yeah, one of the most interesting places I ever visited, though, with a girlfriend who lives there and gave me a guided tour, was Israel. It was absolutely gorgeous country, and the guided tour by her really made it so special.
Oh, sounds like it. If you could visit or live in any book universe, where would that be?
Probably Lord of the Rings. Any book universe you go to, has some ups and downs and some items that you might not want to encounter. But I think Lord of the Rings had just such a gorgeous, beautiful background and scenery, and I'd love to go visit New Zealand sometime to get like a feel for the magnanimous scenery that they had in a lot of the Lord of the Rings books. But I think that world also in general, with so many different types of fantasy characters, from elves to hobbits to wizards, and would just be pretty darn interesting place, fantasy to live.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite virtual program that we've done in the last few months?
So many. One I can think of off the top of my head is cooking in quarantine. That was so much fun to, get us through a lot of the times that we were getting bored of our own recipes and wanting to try something new. And also herbs with Jennifer and Mary. That was great fun because it showed me, how to incorporate those types of things into my cooking as well as grow them.
Yeah, those are great programs. The Kicking Cooking program is on Mondays at 5 o'clock, and it's live with our reference librarian, Mary. And the Herb Corner program is a monthly program on the last Wednesday of the month with Jennifer and Mary, two of our reference librarians. So definitely try to catch those two programs.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, definitely. Julie, do you have any pets?
Yeah, I have two little dogs, a Jack Russell and a miniature poodle, and they're 13 and 15, so they're getting up there in age, but they still act like puppies, and they're still really active and keep us busy. So they're our children now, but our other children have gone off to college and gotten busy with their own lives. Yeah, so we spoil them more than ever.
Cute.
Yeah.
What are you reading now? Well,
I'm just finishing up a book by Jon Stewart called America, the book. And it's funny. And then I'm going to get into something moving out of comedy, nonfiction, and moving to Jennifer Weiner's We All Fall Down. I'm starting it tomorrow. I'm just finishing up America today. Yeah, so I already have my next book in hand, ready to go. All Fall Down.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I love Jennifer Weiner. What advice would you give someone who wants to enter the library field?
Wow. So I guess the most important thing to be a librarian is you have to have your master's in library science. So possibly do whatever you love for your bachelor's degree, whether it be English or communications or economics, doesn't matter, whatever you enjoy. And then you can continue on and get your master's of library and information science would be the best path. Or just love reading, and become a library assistant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you love about serving the patrons in this community?
Well, this community is really special. Havertown really is like a family. It's really like a very small town. It's a big town, but it's feels like everybody knows everyone. It's just awesome. I enjoy seeing people I know all the time in the library when they come in, and just feeling like a real small town family like atmosphere at the library and helping patrons.
Yeah, definitely. Me too. Well, thank you so much, Julie, for being with us today and sharing some information about yourself. I love Lunch Break with a Librarian because we get to find out so much about the people that we work with all the time and the people who we get to see around the library.
It's nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you as well. So join us next Friday for another Lunch Break with the Librarian. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.